It was rogue.
I work for a managed service provider, MSP, and the other day I had a client report that multiple computers couldn't print. I connected one of the devices and tried to ping the printer, but was unsuccessful. I then tried to ping the print server and was also unsuccessful. I thought this was odd because the user wasn't remote, they were sitting maybe 20 feet away from their WAP. I decided to hit the gateway and it almost immediately dawned on me what the problem was. This client uses Ubiquiti access points and upon accessing the WAP's web management portal, I was greeted with a login page for Netgear. I called the client and asked if they possibly knew why this device was connected to a Netgear wireless access point, WAP. The client told me, yeah, Sally the receptionist brought that in 2 weeks ago because her internet was running slow. I was stunned. They decided to allow a low-level employee to bring their own WAP from home, plug it in, and allow half of the users to connect to it.
What do you mean the server is gone?
I work in a data center. We are supposed to have several people on hand to allow clients in the doors and to their cabinets, but because we can't keep people employed here, I'm working that duty on top of my normal ticket/phone/receiving duties. Anyway, I get a message that a client is hard down. Their equal logic is reporting is down and their VMs are all fucked. As acting door dude, I have to go out to the cabinet to check it out. But the cabinet documentation is wrong. This client split into two, but the new one was never set up right, so now I have to look in all kinds of places. I can't find this equal logic anywhere, right? I even found the switch it should have been in, and traced the labeled cable all the way to the end, and found it was just gone. The Ethernet cable was just hanging there. It must have been moved during the split and not documented. I'm telling all of this to the facility engineer, who takes care of the building, HVAC, coolant, power, etc. He goes, there was that field tech in today, he was in that cabinet. Would be wild if he just took it. We laughed. That would be funny. He was in that cabinet, wasn't he? And he left with a server. I called the head technical supervisor immediately, who got field services to bring it back. They're setting it up now, and we're trying to figure out how to tell the client we literally just took their entire storage environment and left with it. I need a drink. Edit. Apparently it was erroneously marked inactive when it obviously was not. Because it was our company's device being used for their paid service/environment, but was marked inactive for that client, the field tech just ripped it out to put it into another internal environment, thinking it was all good. So there are several levels of oops here.
So I know they'll remove inactive alumni emails from the system after 6 months. Can I expedite mine?
So I'm a student worker for my university's its help desk. I enjoy the job and generally it's smooth sailing with people calling needing help with password resets and occasionally the faculty needing us to fix some Zoom/high flex stuff. Anyway, our university put out a notice to all alumni with emails that if they don't use their college-affiliated emails after 6 months, then they'll be removed from the system. This is generally due to security concerns and also to clear up some room on the servers, which have like 300,000 plus email accounts on record but only 40% of them actively used. We anticipated a bunch of calls from people either upset or panicking or confused about this, and we have gotten a decent amount of tickets so far, which my supervisor has mostly taken care of. We got a call from alumni about the email thing, but to all of our surprises, they weren't trying to save it, but delete it faster. The wild thing is that they told me that they reset their password shortly before calling us, but then decided immediately to 180 and get rid of the account. We told them that as long as the email account is not touched or interacted within 6 months, it'll delete automatically, so really, the caller doesn't have to worry about it. I see, but can you expedite deleting it? I don't want to have an old email floating around affiliated with me if I'm not using it. I get the caller's concerns, but we all found it funny because up to the point the notification email was sent out, they didn't care as much about this. Also, they literally reset their password, which one would normally do if they wanted to get back in. We did deactivate their account for them and, of course, the whole thing was friendly and cordial, but when I hung up, my coworkers and I had to laugh at the apparent absurdity of it all. It's like accelerating the car as you see the bridge collapsing in the distance. Times like these are why I am never bored here.
Computation via gravitation.
Back in my early days of tech support, cathode ray tube, CRT, monitors were very much the norm. One user called in and told me his mouse was stuck, the cursor on his monitor was no longer moving. While trying to get more information from him, I kept hearing him grunt with effort, followed by a loud thump in the background. After the third such instance during the call, I finally asked what was going on. "Oh, oof, I'm trying to see if I can shake loose the mouse on my screen." Thud. He was picking up his monitor off his desk and dropping it down in an attempt to loosen it. I quickly told him to stop before he hurt himself.
I don't get why you need to make such a big deal about stolen devices.
Edit December 3, 2021. Confirmed with HR that the inbound number from yesterday's call matches something they have on file for a personal contact number from CC's application. Confirmed not a test or the thief calling in. Just a clueless user from the top floor. I always thought that people making 6 to 7 figures of salary and with corporate card limits higher than my salary would have some sort of sense of the seriousness of protecting your company assets and data. Not go several days without reporting a stolen laptop, but alas, my conversation today. For context, I work as help desk for a multi-billion-dollar Canadian retailer whose high-profile users are very much in the public eye and have been targeted before for phishing and data theft. Cast, me, CC, clueless C-suite user. K call on the VIP line from an external number without caller ID. Red flag number 1. Anyone on the VIP line should be coming through from either their extension or corporate cell with their name, already verified with employee number me. Thanks for calling the service desk. My name is me. Can we start with your name, please? CC, I think I'm locked out of my account, unlock me. I have a meeting to join. Me, we can take a look. I'll need your name first, though. CC, it's a clueless C-suite user. Me, let's check why you can't get in one moment. Their account has been blocked by the network security team after dozens of failed login attempts to the network. Me, alright, your account was disabled by the security team. I'll need to confirm some information before we do anything about this. You'll need to verify your employee number, the person you report to and the address of the building that you work out of. CC, my employee ID is incorrect number, I work from the head office and I don't report to anyone, I'm in the high-profile C-suite position. Me, alright, so you do have a listed manager even if you don't communicate with them every day. Please confirm their name. Also, the employee number you provided is incorrect. CC, why am I locked out? This is costing the company millions of dollars. It's probably not, but okay me, there's been suspicious activity on your account. Have you clicked any emails asking for your password in the last few weeks or let anyone access your hardware? CC, I don't click emails, you make me do enough training on that. Me, okay, how about if anyone has had access to your laptop or corporate cell phone? Even just for a few minutes. CC, well, it was stolen from my car. I'm not sure where it is now. Me, I'm sorry, your laptop was stolen. When did this happen? Last night. We'll need a police report immediately. CC, no, it was a few days ago. My bag with my corporate cell and laptop was taken from my car when I was parked at the local mall. I asked my assistant to order me a replacement but I haven't received it. Me, these sorts of things need to be reported to us or security immediately. Whoever stole your devices would have unrestricted access to any incoming phone calls and could get into your laptop without much difficulty. I'm going to begin the process of wiping those devices and alert the security team. Please provide as much information as to the time and location of the theft, where was your car parked at the mall, etc. CC, this is why I didn't report this in the first place. You make such a big deal of this for no reason. Just get me back into my accounts so I can join my meeting. Me, unfortunately, that can't be done until the network team can perform a risk assessment on your account and get the proper monitoring configured. What sort of information do you keep on your laptop and phone? Is there anything confidential or that could harm the company if released to the public? CC, I'm working on an acquisition of a competitor with the legal team. There's probably some document regarding that shouldn't get out. When do I get my new computer? Me, the new devices aren't the issue here. I've paged the network security team. Once they complete the assessment and receive confirmation that the devices have been wiped, they'll call you and provide you with new credentials for your account. I suggest that you reach out to HR so they can forward your employment letter so that you can correctly verify your information. CC, so you can't tell me the information I'll need? Me, it'll likely be a combination of your employee number, which is on your benefits card, as well as your manager listed on Teams and your office address. CC, what's my employee number? Me, you're not verified, so I cannot provide that. CC, so you're not going to help me at all. Me, my job is to help protect the company's systems and assets. Lost devices are serious and the process is strict. If I unlock your account or give you the info, you need to verify I'll be fired immediately. CC hangs up on me. I go about my morning but keep an eye on this ticket because I'm nosy. User calls back twice from what I can tell and fails verification both times requesting that we just reset their account for this meeting they need to join. I swear I'm going to be gray by the time I'm 30 at this rate.
Maybe you should have asked me first, instead of getting expensive consultants to take a look.
I provide tech support as part of my consulting gigs, and I regularly write Python scripts too. One of the scripts queries a bunch of SQL Server tables via the use of a configuration table. It was querying all of the tables except one, the one they needed, and no one could figure out why. The table was there. It had data, but the script would return a not found error. They hired another consultant to take a look at the problem and they couldn't figure it out after 5 days. Eventually, they did ask me, and after 5 minutes the problem was simple: they spelt the table name wrong. Honestly, people, take a step back and look at the basics. More often than not, you're being stupid and the system is fine.
The nicest stranger getting saved by our Apple dev.
I worked for a financial institute. This was right around the holidays a few years ago. I get a call from the help desk, non-IT, at my company saying there is a person, non-employee, on the phone who has a device, iPhone, with our company on it, and he's looking for a login. This is the main purpose of Apple DEP. In case you don't know what DEP is, think iCloud activation lock, but if the serial is registered to our company, the activation unlock part after wiping it goes to our company MDM login. This is regardless of if you have iCloud/Find My iPhone turned on. At this point, I get the guy's information, and he was the nicest, friendliest guy. I get the serial number. He tells me he bought this off Craigslist for $180, I think it was an iPhone 8. He just wanted to use the phone, and thought it was a retired phone we used to own. At this point, I think I am dealing with internal theft. I am thinking IT helpdesk guys are selling company phones on Craigslist. I do some digging in our MDM, and found the last person the phone was registered to. I also see that this person has a new phone. I go straight to the helpdesk manager and explain. She is now concerned. We bring in the IT helpdesk user, who did the swap and registration. We casually ask like nothing is wrong, what happens with the user who had the phone swapped? He explains that they lost the phone, but they think it will turn up, so the user was lent a loaner phone until it's found. At this point, we are relieved that there is no internal theft, but now worried that the phone, which may or may not have company data on it, and is in the hands of a stranger. The stranger is also out $180. We talk to compliance about the issue, and we are 90% sure the phone is wiped because it was at the MDM login screen, but not 100%. The phone should have been remotely wiped when first reported, but the user who lost it thought it would turn up at his place, car, etc. It lost communication with the MDM. Either with the SIM card pulled or someone wiped it with a PC/Mac. I called back the guy and explained that he bought a lost company phone. I told him we can reimburse him for the money he was out, $180, if he returned the phone to us. We upped it to $200 for his troubles. It was worth $200 for peace of mind. This way he is made whole, and we can verify the phone doesn't have company data on it. He returned it and was grateful. We were grateful to him. He gave us the Craigslist seller's information, but he already reported them, and there wasn't much we can do. This could have gone differently. We could have been assholes and told him to return it, and paid nothing, or reported him to the police for possession of the stolen property. He also could have been fucked out of $180. Our MDM told him who the phone belonged to and saved him. This story has a pretty nice holiday season ending.
The tale of the missing server.
In a previous life 2 years ago, I worked for a local MSP. Small shop. Supported the usual mix of business and municipalities, a few state agencies. I have to be very vague on this, and I apologize. Actors. Me equals the doofus that answered the phone. CO equals co-owner of business. Phone rings MSP, how may I help you? Just the person I needed. This is CO at business that is 50 miles away dash. Our server is gone. I think to myself. Gone? WTF did you do this time? This user only runs stuff on the server as admin, don't get me started. I know. I fought and fought, but MSP owner allowed it. Okay, CO, what is it doing? Are there any lights? LEDs? Fans? No. It's just gone. I need a new server. Today. Says the frantic person. I can dispatch up there for the usual fee and take a look, but if there is a new server needed, we are looking at least a 3-week lead, but closer to 8 weeks. The lockdowns and pandemic have really caused a delay. It won't do any good. They took the server. It's at this point that I sit there and just blink. And try to process what they said. They took it? Who took it? Did you file a police report? CO proceeds to tell me that it has been seized by the police. Well, did they take the backup devices you have? I ask in trepidation. No. I found one from 2 weeks ago. Okay, so, at least you have some data. As long as you have your work orders and receipts, you should be able to rebuild your Peachtree/Sage books. But this is going to get expensive. Just a heads up. We are looking at a lot of work to completely rebuild your stuff. I am not sugarcoating this. This shit is gonna be expensive for the small business. New server, restore of data, from USB, build of the server, rebuild of the AD. Just do whatever you can to get us up and running. $CO says in frustration. I drive up there, spend the time to get a workstation hosting the books. TLDR. Do everything by the books and you won't get your shit seized.